Live from a kitchen in Las Vegas, it's Keto Cooking. Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Tom GARVEY, the Keto Cook. Today we're going to be making a summer stew, but it's over 100 outside. Why are you making stew for? That's a wintertime dish. No, actually you can make it anytime. And this particular way I'm doing this is going to be very fast. When I say very fast, it's going to be less than 2 hours. I'm not doing a crock pot. It's going into my Dutch oven on top of the stove, and I'm using very little ingredients. I'm going to be using beef that I trimmed off from that whole chuck roll that I bought. These are the trimmings. I'm going to clean them up, cube them, put them in the pan. I'm going to cut them real small. Green onion, butter, and a little bit of beef broth that I have, probably a cup and a half. So this is very quick, very easy. And reason why I'm doing this, the way I'm eating right now, it is absolutely lowering my blood sugar. Not to where it's supposed to be, but it is below 200, and I'm working real hard with this. Stick around and watch this. This is really good. Well, today we're going to be making a summertime stew. And what I have here is I have some of the trimmings from a whole chuck roll that I bought a couple weeks ago. I cut them, the whole thing up into chuck steaks for roast and stuff like that. But these were the parts that I trimmed off. So, nothing wrong with it, but I'm going to make it into a stew. Why stew in the summertime? I'm going to show you. Very quick, very easy to do. And keeping it keto, I'm not going to use any kind of thickeners or anything else like that. I'm going to use all its natural juices. And also I'm going to be using some beef broth. Now, cutting this up into about 1-inch cubes, either way. It's still frozen, so struggling a little bit to get through it. But this is the best way to do this right here. Especially when it's really warm outside. So we're just going to cube this up here. Now, if you haven't already found out about it, but I do have a podcast that I started, and this portion of this video is brought to you by Tom's Real Food Podcast. Nobody else sponsors me, so I might as well sponsor myself. Okay, I'm going to cube these up here, and like I said, now this was a couple pieces of meat that we put together. The smaller you cube it up, okay, the easier it's going to cook and the faster it's going to cook. So I'm going to try to do this just about 2 hours, all right? There again, it is very hot outside, between 110 and 112 degrees out here in Las Vegas. So I'm just going to cook this inside. I was going to do it in a crock pot, but a crock pot takes a little bit too long. I can control the heat a little bit better on the Dutch oven. Now, the only season I'm going to be using on this here is my Tommy Spice. If you're new to the channel, that is salt, pepper, garlic, and onion. All granulated, all equal parts. Very simple, very tasty. Now, just getting the temperature of the Dutch oven. By the way, this Dutch oven is very old. I still use it. And this is one of my better go-to cast irons that I use. This is fantastic. So I'm going to throw it in. Now, just a little tip here. A lot of people tell you, well, you got to sear the meat first and this and that. Well, if you're going to cook it into a stew, it doesn't make any sense. Because whatever sear you put on it is going to come off and go into the flavor. So I just run it around a little bit more. I'd rather have the flavor of the meat than little brown pieces of burnt crust. So I'm going to throw everything in here. I'm going to stir it around, get it all pretty well even. I'm also going to be putting in some of that beef broth. Now, there's just a little bit in there. But there again, I don't want to make this into a soup. So, I mean, the aromas from this is unbelievable. Now, the only other thing I'm going to be putting in here is a little bit of green onion, the bottom of the green onion. And here it is. I mean, this is done. A little bit of gravy. No additives, no flour, no thickener. That is just the beef broth, onion, and there it is. You talk about quick, can't go wrong with it. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. I am Tom GARVEY, the Keto Cook, and check that podcast out. I think you'll like it. Talk to you next time.